there, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, we're just going to be talking about something that Jeffree Star brought up in his most recent video, Doing What's Right, if we can call it that.
We've been dancing for so long under the stars. I feel that the grass will cut through my skin.
If you haven't already seen my video commenting on that video Jeffree Star just posted, make sure you do watch it. I'll go ahead and link it down below. Before we get started, make sure you follow all my socials. They're also linked down below. Subscribe and make sure you ring that bell to be notified every time I upload. Now let's jump into it. In Jeffree Star's apology video, he for some random reason mentions the fact that he's never committed a crime, he's never been arrested, he's never been to jail.
I've never blackmailed anyone in my life, I've never committed a crime before, and I've never been to jail.
And I instantly knew a lot of people are gonna start digging, and I was right. Petty Page just uploaded a video. I recently watched it, and I think she might have had to pay to get to the site, but anyone's able to do it. It's accessible to literally anyone. You could do it if you want to pay for it. I think she had to pay for it. I'm not going to check on it. But she was able to find his records. Within his records, it shows that he has no criminal records. The only thing that is on his record, and it's not criminal, are traffic violations. And this all adds up with everything he just said in his Doing What's Right video. But this doesn't line up with what he said back in 2006 when he said he's been to jail 3 times for assault. In the video, I'll show you some clips too, he says, "Just so everyone knows, I've been to jail 3 times. Like,
I've been to jail 3 times for assault, just so everyone knows.
Weird flex, but okay.
You hit my mom in an order concert with your purse.
Yeah, this person aimed my last interview and said that.
What'd you say last time?
No, it's true. My mom was really rude to me at a show, so I took my purse and just beat her over the head with it.
What was her reaction?
She started screaming.
Everything about this clip really bothers me. The fact that at no point in life should any man think it's okay to lay their hands on a woman. But not only that, the people that are with him, no one's speaking up. None of these guys are saying anything. They're just laughing. Not only are they laughing, but the guy sitting next to Jeffree is literally just hyping him up.
Jeffree's definitely somebody you don't want to.
Yeah, people.
I want to know, yeah. People just think they can yell things aren't going to do anything, right?
No.
He's clearly an adult, but even as a teenager, I don't think any person would think that it's cool, because I think he's probably lying. Clearly he was never arrested, so I assume the assaults probably didn't happen as well, but you would think that these men know not to go boasting about it, because from the reports that Petty Page showed, it's not true. So you're even lying about it, allegedly, I assume. If I was a female in his family, I would be very disgusted by this. I don't think he's spoken out about these certain things, and I would urge him to. I really would, because as someone in his family who's a woman, I'd be hurt by that. Clearly other women would probably be hurt by that, so I would want to urge him to speak out. Then in the same clip, he says something, I can't quite make it out, but I think he says something along the lines of, "Just because I'm skinny doesn't mean I can be effing crazy."
Just because I'm skinny doesn't mean I'm not crazy. Yeah.
I was just so confused by this, because I'm questioning, does Jeffree Star think that overweight people are all crazy and violent? I don't know, just his words, and I'm questioning his words, so don't get mad at me, the messenger, get mad at the person who wrote the message. Anyways, I want to show you some of the lies that he's been caught up in, and the first one that we have is him lying about his grandmother's age. He lied about never drinking, ever doing drugs. I haven't seen photos or video evidence of him doing drugs, but we can clearly see photos and videos of him drinking.
And I still have never drank, which is a very big conspiracy on the internet, because I used to pretend to drink, take pictures, hold bottles, tweet crazy things about being drunk, and I've never drank before.
Never I have never tried alcohol before. I know that's gonna seem shocking to some people. I think I've never sipped a beer, never tried wine, not into drugs, not into alcohol. Yeah, which people don't believe.
And I'm not here to judge him because he's drinking, but if you have drank before, why say it? It kind of makes me feel like he's trying to be Kim Kardashian. I think that's who has never drank before, but I know there's a celebrity that hasn't drank before, and I feel like he's trying to be like them. Maybe he thinks people view them better, so maybe he wants to be like them. I don't know, it's weird to me. He lied about who his mom was. He's had his reasons.
The imagery that pops up when you Google my mother is a lie. The name that pops up when you Google my mom and pictures of us, all of it is a lie.
But in this video, like he says, they fought a lot. They couldn't be around each other too much. I fight a lot with my mom, and when we're together for too long, we clash because we're both so stubborn.
The main reason is because we always argued, our personalities always clashed, so every time we saw each other, we would fight. And I got to a point where it was just miserable.
I don't know if he has other reasons too. I'm sure, I hope there's more of a backstory to that. But that's not a reason to go about lying on who your mom is to the whole internet. He's also lied about his role in Morphe.
What in the month? That's you open the store?
Yeah, so it's called Morphe Brushes. So it's like a company that I invested in, and I have my own brand in the store. Kind of like a Sephora, but like better. So we have 75 stores opening this year by Christmas. Yeah.
Wow.
We go to England in 2 days to open.
I don't think anyone has fully confirmed if he's not invested in them, because if he was, it would be a violation. And the last lie, well, not the last lie, I'm sure there's definitely more, is that he's done being in drama, which from the past year we can clearly see he hasn't. He is constantly inserting himself into drama, and I'm going to talk about one of those times towards the end of this video, so stay with me. Going back to the beginning a little bit with Petty Page, how she did the research and found that he has traffic violations. The one reason too that I believe this is because in 2018 T-Spill made a video, and it was about someone calling out Jeffree Star for parking in the handicap spot. And I'm not sitting here judging him, talking down on him for parking in the handicap spot, because I'm guilty of it myself. My thing is the way he went about it, and it's the typical Jeffree Star thing that we should not be allowing him to get away with all the time. What happened was Jeffree Star parked in the handicap spot at Jack in the Box to supposedly drop off his keys to Nate. Question: why was Nate at Jack in the Box? Because I sure as hell hope it was not to eat Jack in the Box food. Someone took a photograph of him walking into Jack in the Box, and they uploaded the photograph on Instagram. And as T-Spill was able to show, that was their only post on that account. And in the caption, they said something around the lines of, they questioned Jeffree Star as to why he was parking there, and he said something about him having AIDS. But like I said, this was the person's only post, and in the comments, people were asking if they knew who he was, and they said something about not knowing who Jeffree person was until they got home and searched his license plate, because they took a photograph of his license plate, went home, searched his license plate, somehow found out that it was Jeffree Star. The only reason that kind of doesn't make sense is because in the initial post, they did, I think, a hashtag Mr. Diva. Who knows he's a diva? The people who know about him or watch him. And on top of that, they said something in the comments around the line of, this is typical behavior for Jeffree Star, and who would know that this is typical behavior for Jeffree Star? People watching him or people who know about him. Take their post with a grain of salt, but clearly, as you can see in the photograph, he did park in the handicap space. There's no doubt about that. But the main point of me telling this story to you is to show that clearly he's capable of breaking, I guess, let's say, the rules of the road. So yes, I do believe he has traffic violations, and maybe that's the only thing on his record. But why lie about physically assaulting people years ago and going to jail? Like, that's not what you want to be known for, especially when things on the internet can stay there forever. And at that point, I don't know if he had a great career like he does now, so why would he want to jeopardize that in the future? And one of the tweets that I saw too, it just made me chuckle at the amount of privilege that Jeffree Star is, because he real life said that anyone can park in the handicap spot, you just gotta pay a fine. Like, not only is that snobby, but it's disrespectful for people who truly do need that spot. Not only does he always have to take it a step further when it comes to tweeting to people who are just simply asking him questions or telling him something they don't agree with, his violent ways, actions, words towards women seem like they're still there. Like, he's still dealing with this issue. And this takes me back to when I said he hasn't really stopped throwing himself into the drama. recently this year, with all the Black Lives Matter movements going on, the owner of Dolls Kill, Shadi Lynn, I think that's how you pronounce her name, she posted a photograph, and it was a photograph of her business and cops standing in front of it. I guess protesters had walked by there, so they were out there protecting just the surroundings. And her caption said, "Direct action in its glory," and she hashtagged Black Lives Matter. Clearly, it was not perceived well from the community. On June 1st, the Dolls Kill Instagram account actually made a post about it saying they f***ed up. And they thought maybe these posts would clear things up. It didn't. The community still didn't perceive that well. So on June 7th, Shadi Lynn went on to their Dolls Kill Instagram account and she made an IGTV apologizing and tried to explain what she was kind of thinking, I guess, when it came to that post, what she meant behind the post and her caption, and still, the general public did not perceive that well. You have to look at what was done. She saw and heard that she messed up. The company and her both apologized. We don't have to accept it. We don't have to agree with the apology, but we have to look and see that it was done. The apology was made. The company made multiple posts after Shadi Lynn's IGTV, giving resources. I believe they posted a screenshot of a donation of $100,000 that they sent to NAACP. That was not enough for Jeffree Star. I just want to point something out. In Jeffree Star's video, he wanted to talk on Black Lives Matter and all these people who still haven't had justice, wants to say that we need to hold him accountable and let him know if he's messing up, but turns the comments off and doesn't have one single petition in his description. And I don't have a Twitter, so I don't really follow what people are tweeting, but I don't know if Jeffree Star has donated money to any of these causes, but he's trying to use them to distract us from what's going on with him personally and what he should personally be apologizing about within his life. It's so frustrating trying to keep up with all of this. After all of this happens, Jeffree Star took it into his evil fingers and sent a message to Shadi Lynn and told her that she's a effing stupid C word, because of course, just grown 34-year-old men calling women it's beyond me. He then followed that message along with calling her brand failing and disgusting and applauding the fact that he thinks it's going to burn down. And a quick question, why is it when I search Jeffree Star, it says American singer? Why? He's definitely had a longer and probably more successful career in the YouTube industry than music. So that's a disgrace to music. Anyways, back to the text messages. Jeffree Star unsends his first message calling her the C word, but follows that up with sending her another message saying to have a good day and that he hopes she is shot in the effing head with a rubber bullet. And why? Why? I would not wish that on my worst enemy. This guy still has starfish stands. Like, how? It amazes me that wasn't enough for Morphe to be like, okay, we don't agree with what he believes in and says, so let's take him off of our team. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for this video on Jeffree Star, Fish, and his lies, and his violent ways towards women still. It's just disgusting. The fact that he still has 17 million subscribers is beyond me, and it's really disgusting, like I said in my last video, that he tried to bring up the Black Lives Matter movement to try to make us not think about what's going on behind the scenes with him anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, down below are all my socials. Make sure you follow them and subscribe down below. Like the video if you did enjoy, and ring that bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Peace out, guys.
I've seemed to prolong our existence, but I don't feel alright. I would rather be alone than have you. Every time I speak, I feel